Shanti. Murli date 22nd March 2022. Essence: Sweet children, if you want to celebrate a meeting with the Father, if you want to become pure, become true spiritual lovers. Remember, no one but the one Father. Question: why is the status of Brahmins who are to become deities even more elevated than the status of deities? Answer: at present, Brahmins are true spiritual social workers. They give human souls injection of purity and yoga and take the sinking boat of Bharat across by following Srimad. They make the people of Bharat who are residents of hell into residents of heaven. Deities do not do such service. They experience the reward of the service done at this time. That is why Brahmins are even more elevated than deities. Song: Our pilgrimage is unique. Om Shanti. You children heard the song. We are human beings. A soul is called a soul, and when it is in a body, it is a living being. Souls come from the supreme abode. They come here and adopt bodies. This is the field of action, where we come to play our parts. The Father says, I too have to play a part. I have come to make impure ones pure. At present, not a single being in this impure world is pure. Then, in the pure world, there will not be a single impure being. The golden and silver ages are pure, and the copper and iron ages are impure. Only the purifier Father comes and gives all of you the teachings. O souls, you have now completed your parts of 84 births through bodies. During that time, you experienced happiness for half the time and sorrow for the other half. Sorrow begins gradually. At present, you have a lot of sorrow. There will be many more calamities to come. All are corrupt at the present time. No one has yoga with the Father. Souls have forgotten themselves. The Father now sits here and gives the example of a lover and beloved. A girl and boy do not know each other at all, yet when they get engaged, they become a lover and beloved. That marriage is for wise. They are said to be an impure lover and beloved. There are also other lovers like Laila and Majnu, etc., who simply fall in love with each other's appearance. They continue to look at each other but do not indulge in vice. Even while doing their work, the beloved would appear in front of the other, just as Krishna used to appear in front of Meera. That one is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, the beloved of whom all we souls are lovers. Everyone remembers him. There are many lovers, whereas the beloved of all is one. All human beings are lovers of that one. People perform devotion in order to meet God. Devotees are lovers and God is the beloved. How can there be a meeting? So the beloved of everyone, the Supreme Soul, comes here. He has now come and he says, If you children want to meet me, you must constantly remember me alone. Have yoga with me and become my lovers. There is nothing but sorrow in this kingdom of Ravan. It now has to be destroyed. I have come to make all of you pure. This is your last birth. Therefore, if you remember me, your sins will be absolved. You will then be liberated from the punishment of Dharmaraj. The incorporeal father says, "My beloved children, it is now the time of settlement. Each of you has a burden of sin on your head. You must now become pure, charitable souls. Only by having yoga will your sins be absolved, and only then you become pure, charitable souls." The Father says, "You have been sinful souls for 63 births in the kingdom of Ravan. From impure souls, you are now being made into pure, charitable souls. Deities are pure and charitable souls. Sinful souls worship pure, charitable souls. This is now the last birth, and everyone has to die. So why should we not claim our inheritance? Why should we not become pure, charitable souls? The greatest sin is to indulge in vice. Vicious ones are called impure, whereas viceless ones are called pure. Sannyasis too are impure, and that is why, in order to become pure, they leave their households. Then, when they become pure, everyone bows down to them. When they were impure, no one would bow down to them. There is no question of bowing down to anyone here. The Father gives Srimad to you children. Consider yourselves to be souls. We have come here to play our parts, and we will then return with the Father. All physical pilgrimages now have to end. You have to return home to the land of peace. While people are on a pilgrimage, they remain pure. Then, as soon as they return home, they become impure. This is a physical pilgrimage for a temporary period. You are now being taught the spiritual pilgrimage. The Father says, "By following my Srimad, you will not become impure for a half a cycle." In the golden age, Radhe and Krishna do not marry each other in order to become impure. There they are pure. Children are born here through the power of yoga, just as you become the masters of the world through the power of yoga. Children there are never devilish because Maya does not exist there. Children there only perform good actions, and those actions are neutral. Here in the kingdom of Ravan, your actions become sinful. This play is predestined. All of you Brahmakumars and Kumaris are brothers and sisters, and so you are grandchildren of Shiv Baba. You receive your inheritance of kingdom of heaven from the grandfather. The Father now comes and enables both males and females to have yoga with him. He says, "While living in your households, remain pure. Show such courage. Although you live together, do not let the fire of lust ignite. If you live together and remain pure in this way, you will receive a very high status. You have to become celibate like Bhishma Pitama. This requires efforts. People think that this is very difficult. However, only the Father teaches you this method. God Shiva speaks, Krishna is not God. He is a human being with divine virtues. Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar are the residents of the subtle region. The status of Brahma is higher than that of Vishnu, just as the status of Brahmins is higher than that of deities. Because at this time you are spiritual social workers. You give the souls of human beings the injection of purity and yoga. Hence for dharana. First point, you have to become completely pure, that is beautiful, by sitting on the pyre of knowledge. Purity is the number one beauty, and so you must imbibe this beauty and claim the right to be called a child of the Father. Second point, at this time of settlement, remove the burden of sin that is on your head by having remembrance of the one Father. In order to become a pure, charitable soul, perform elevated actions. Blessing. May you do service while being aware of your combined form and become an embodiment of success. Just as a soul and a body are combined and the future Vishnu form is combined, in the same way, the Father and I, a soul, are combined by doing service of oneself and of all souls while being aware of this form. You will become an embodiment of success. Never say, you were so busy doing service that the chart of your own stage became slack. Let it not be that you go somewhere to do service and when you come back, you say that Maya came, that you had an off mood or were disturbed. The way to expand service is to do the combined service of the self and everyone else. Slogan: to be ignorant of limited desires is to be very wealthy. Om Shanti.